they're not a very, I don't hear much from them. So anyways, I'm just throwing that out for your consideration. I could be wrong, but I'm looking at this and wondering if that's it. So the beast which I saw, verse 2, like a leopard, feet like a bear, his mouth is the mouth of a lion. The dragon gave him power, his seat was great, and his seat had great authority. And I saw one of his heads, as it were, wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. So we know that one of these, one of the rulers of this beast kingdom is going to have something happen to them, and that kingdom will falter, but then it will come back to life again. They worshiped the dragon, who gave power to the beast, verse 4, and they worshiped the beast, saying, who is like to the beast? Who's able to make war with him? So here we go. There's that reference to the military machine. Who can make war with the beast? In other words, it's not possible. There is no one that can fight the beast. And that word worshipped is interesting because it means to lick the hand or to kiss the ring. So if I were to have Pebbles out here right now and I put my hand down, she'd be like, right? That's what your dog does. Get your dog and you get your dog down, you get in their face and they lick you on the nose and the forehead. You stick your hand down there and you pet them and they sniff your hand and then they lick it. That's called worship. There are some entities that believe the ring conveys authority and power. The Catholic Church is one of them. The Pope carries a ring, has a ring, and it's considered a high honor to be able to kiss the ring of the Pope. It's worship. That's what the term means. To lick the hand or kiss the ring. That's the direct translation. So, people were licking the hand of the beast, they were kissing his ring, and saying, who's like to the beast? Who can make war with him? There was given to him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given to him to continue for 42 months. Now, if you remember, back in Daniel, we read a number of times that there was a little horn that had a big mouth. Remember? We were talking in Daniel 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, all the way through there we read. And there rose up a little horn, and he had a big mouth, and he boasted to the God of heaven, and he exalted himself above the God of heaven. This is the same guy. There was given to him a mouth, speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given to him to continue for 42 months, 3.5 years. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and those that dwell in heaven. So this guy is absolutely cocky. Hubris to the gills. Hubris. Elevating himself above the God of heaven and everything that is celestial. Elevating himself. It was given to him to make war with the saints. Isn't that interesting? It was given the beast. He was given power to make war with the saints and to overcome them. We were just talking about how people were beheaded for their faith, how the beast, the dragon, Satan, was livid because he couldn't kill Israel, couldn't destroy her, and so goes after the remnant of her seed. Goes after the Jews and Christians all over the world. And right here we see it again. The beast was given power to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. So this one human will be the leader of the superpower, known as the beast, that happens to have a military presence. It is a political system that has a strong military presence, and this man will control it. And all, catch this verse, this is an extremely important verse, because verse 9 tells us it is. And all that dwell on the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. If any man has an ear, let him hear. If any man has an ear, let him hear. In other words, God, in his account to the angel, who's now giving this story to Jesus and is now giving it to John, is saying, look, if you see somebody cottoning up, That was a good Midwest term, wasn't it? Let's see here. If you see anybody snuggling up with the beast, if you see anybody licking the hand of the beast, oh, he's okay. He's not so bad. That's licking the hand. If you see anybody licking the hand of the beast or kissing his ring, if you see anybody supporting the beast, this says, all that dwell on the earth will worship him. In other words, you're going to have two categories of people. You're going to have people who worship the beast and people who do not worship the beast. And there is nothing in between. There is no gray area. You either associate yourself to the beast or you don't. Period. That's it. All that dwell on the earth will worship him. They will lick his hand. They will kiss his ring. They will prostrate themselves down. They will bow before the beast. Somehow. They'll take a knee. That's another word for worship, by the way. Did you know that? The Greek word for worship can mean to take a knee, to bow a knee. All these people that were bowing a knee during the BLM movement had no idea what they were doing. And why did you have Christians that refused to do it? Because something inside their spirit said, I can't do this. I can't do it. And they refused to, and they got kicked off their teams for it. There's something inside them that knew it was wrong. Everyone whose name and all that dwell on the earth will worship him, whose names are not written in the book of the life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. If any man has an ear, let him hear. In other words, pay attention. Someone tells you they're a Christian, but they're cottoning up to the beast. Don't believe it, because you may have lived life with that person your entire life. They may be your parent. They may be your brother, your sister. If you see them supporting the beast, they are not a believer. I don't care what they say. And Scripture is saying it. Anyone that has an ear, let him hear. He that leads into captivity will go into captivity. He that kills with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and faith of the saints. So catch this. If someone comes to kill you with the sword, Scripture says they will be killed with the sword. If somebody leads you into captivity, Scripture says they will be led into captivity. But it goes the other way too. If you're thinking that you need to start killing people to defend yourself, this says if you kill with the sword, you're going to be killed with the sword. It goes both ways. So this is the challenge. This is why Scripture says, here is the patience and faith of the saints. Wow. If we are in the situation and we start killing people because they're coming after us, Scripture says that we will be killed. In whatever way we try to kill people, we will be killed. Or in whatever way we kill people, we'll be killed. And it says this is the patience and faith of the saints. Why would the Lord tell us this is the patience and faith? It's because He's expecting us to live above board and to set the standard. It's going to be a challenge. It is. This is the patience and faith of the saints. And I beheld, verse 11, I beheld another beast. So now we're talking about the little beast. You remember I was telling you we had 5 beasts. We've got the demon, which we've met already at the 5th trumpet. The beast, the demon, that's the beast. That's the demon that's inhabiting the man. We've got the man beast, and now we've got the little beast, which is the one we're getting ready to meet. We've already met the political structure of the beast. We haven't talked about the financial structure of the beast yet, but we've already met. This is now the 4th of the 5 different beasts. This is the little beast. And I beheld another beast coming out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spoke like a dragon. In other words, he looks like a Christian, but he's not. He's going to look like a lamb, but he's not. And he exercises all the power of the first